Hi, this is Ryan Simmons with Cartoon Solutions. I'm going to be demonstrating a really easy lighting technique that you can use in your animations. We have a sample animation. This is from a TV commercial I did a few years ago. And this guy's sitting here and his computer is going to explode. So I'm just scrubbing through the animation. So he's got this electricity coming around, and then he's got this smoke that kind of comes up. Well, to emphasize his computer exploding, what we want to do is we kind of have this bright flash of light. And this is, again, this is so easy to do, and it just adds so much to it. So what I have here, this top layer, I have a layer called Blast. And right here, after this electricity goes into the back of his computer, we're going to add a couple frames right here. We're going to hit F7. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the entire animation with just white. And that's why it's got to be the top layer, so that you can kind of mask everything underneath it. Okay, so just move around here. So all I have to do is just use this rectangle tool and make the color white, and we can just drag it like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a white frame, and then here we're going to have a black frame. So let's hit F6 to keyframe that, and then let's just change the color to black, hit our bucket and just fill that, and then we want to go back to white again. So we can just hit F7. Oh, well, let's undo that. Hit F6, sorry about that, and we'll just hit white and bucket. Then we can turn it off. We'll just clear that by hitting F7. So now as we go through, let me just frame this up for you. As we go through, electricity comes in and boom, we have that strobe effect. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Okay, this is animated, I think, at 30 frames per second, and I'll let this play a little bit. The way the Flash player works is it kind of sometimes throws out frames, and plus this video recording software I'm using will also throw out frames too. So sometimes you might be watching it, you'll see all of these frames. Sometimes you'll just see the white or the black. So that's why I'm letting it play a couple times. Okay, so it just kind of wipes out the entire screen, just this brilliant flash of light. Okay, so very, very easy to do. If you want, you can add more. You could add a couple more black and white frames. I suggest starting with the white one, just because that one seems like kind of a brilliant flash of light coming right at you. And the black is just kind of this to offset it and just make it really stroby. Okay, let me show you another example here. This is from a Star Wars spoof animation I did a number of years ago as well. And let me just show you what's going on. I'll make a movie for you. Drag that over so you can see. Okay, so this is R2. He gets hit and he's got some effects, and then he explodes and all these gadgets pop out of him. So the explosion is just these flash frames again. It's just the white and the black repeated. Okay, so you can see that there. Okay, so what I have here is, again, I just made a layer called Blast, and it has to be the top layer just so it can wipe out everything. So we got the white, the black, the white, and then we come out of it. Okay, and it's pretty useful too, because if you look here, I don't have any of the props coming out of them yet, and then by wiping out everything underneath with these flash frames, I can just pop them on. I don't really need to animate them on, although they do just kind of move out like that. So it's useful too. You can kind of jump from one effect to another like that. Here's something else I want to show you. Instead of just having a white frame like this, what you can do is you can actually grab the character like this. So I selected the symbol of the character. I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to go to a layer above the blast, add another layer here, enter a blank keyframe here, and hit F7. And then I'm going to do Control Shift and V, which will paste that character in place. Okay. Now this is really cool, and this is, again, so easy to do. What we want to do is we want to create even a more strobe effect with the character, if the background is white, let's make the character black. Well, it's so easy to do by clicking on the symbol using our properties bar, and here under color choose brightness. Okay, and then we get this little slider, and if we put it all the way up, it's just going to brighten that symbol up, but we want to put it all the way down so that he's black. So the character will be opposite of whatever is going on here in the screen. Okay, so we know we have a white frame, and we have a black frame and a white frame again. So right here above the white frame again, I'm going to hit F6 to key that, and then we'll go back here and we'll hit F6 again. Now you can see I'm black on black, so I might want to turn off this blast layer temporarily so I can see. Click on this, and again, let's just use this brightness feature. Let's just push it the other way. We'll go all the way white. Okay, and when we turn on the visibility of our blast layer, we can see the opposite effect going there. And then make sure you turn it off right here by entering a blank keyframe. Hit F7 there. Okay, so let's test this. You can see what this looks like. So it's a little more stroby, that way you can kind of see the character. And this way is also useful if you want to do kind of a, like if there's a rainstorm and you've got lightning going and you've got characters. What you can do is put those characters in the kind of opposite mode of what's going on with the rest of the screen with these flash frames. So if you like that effect, you can do that too. And again, not hard at all. Just use the brightness. If your art is a symbol, it's easy to do. And then last example I wanted to show you, this is kind of an explosion done. I'm just going to scrub through it frame by frame. You have electricity coming down. Okay, it's green electricity. And then right there, kind of did that same technique we just did in the last shot, where we have the white and we've made kind of the main element black. And then here, as opposed to going to black, I just left the black off and went to white again. You can see there. And then white with the black. So you don't always have to wash it out completely with black, like with this example. And then this turns into a big explosion. We can just show you what this one looks like. Okay, it's kind of fast. In fact, I can slow down the frame rate. If I just lock everything, I can click on the screen, I get my settings. Let's just take this down, enter 12 right there, and then we'll make our movie again. A little bit slower now. You can kind of see what's going on. So these, just adding black and white flash frames really adds a lot. You can, do this with explosions. We have a animating an explosion video tutorial that you can pick up if you want to get some good tips on how to animate some explosions and add this flash frame strobe effect as well. It's really easy to do. So there you go. Go give it a try. Very easy to do, and you get some great results too.